I made these 5 appetizers in less than 5 minutes each, and I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. This next one requires melon and prosciutto. First thing you do, get some oil heating in a pan, little layer of olive oil, and we're just gonna fry up this prosciutto super crispy. Just peel it off and drop it in that hot oil. And while this is frying, we'll cut our melon and then we'll eat. So single layer of the prosciutto. All right, little pieces of prosciutto frying up. And remember that olive oil I put in there is getting perfumed with the prosciutto. I'm gonna pick some basil leaves. I want something fresh here. And now this is a classic Italian-American appetizer, right? In between the all-you-can-eat breadsticks and the penne alla vodka, you gotta have a little fruit. And this is that appetizer that just fills that place. Basil, right here picked and ready, kind of hanging out. It smells so good, right? Can you smell this? Bessie, get in here. Can you smell it? What does it smell like?
Oh yeah, bacon.
Does it? Yeah, I guess it is. You want this golden brown crispy. You're saying, wait, what is it supposed to look like? Just fry it until it looks like bacon's version of a potato chip. Crispy, golden brown. It'll show you when it's done. You don't need to know anything else. Now the melon. Cut the melon in half. Right down the middle. Beautiful cantaloupe. Guess what doesn't belong? Let's take a guess. Delicious flesh, seeds. And just scrape all those seeds out. I like to use a serrated knife because I like to saw my way through this. On its side, you just slice it thin. We're imitating like a beef carpaccio or a fish carpaccio, but with something way fresher and juicier, melon. Now, you can make this totally vegetarian by just leaving off the prosciutto and having just the perfumey basil, the lemon, the little bit of olive oil we're putting on there, and the melon. Now listen to me. You're gonna fry up this prosciutto and you're gonna wanna eat it all. You must not eat it all, okay? We need to have stuff for the people. My advice to you is buy a little bit more than you need because you're gonna wanna eat it. You're gonna take it out and it's not gonna feel crispy. It's when it cools that it'll get crispy, so don't stress out. Relax. You can do bigger pieces, you could do little ones, whatever's a vibe. Now you can do this individual or you can just do one big plate and put it down in front of everybody. Either way, everybody's gonna be so impressed. Season under your food. Then put your food, then put stuff on top, and then you have seasoning all over and you don't have to do anything. Lemon and olive oil down on the plate. And then we get all these beautiful bits of melon. Now you can put all this together and pop it in the fridge for a couple of hours and let it get icy, icy cold. Notice how we cut up a whole melon and how easy that was? And you can let them overlap a little bit, right? Pretend you're in Rome. Close your eyes and say, what would they do in Rome? Right? Someone would bring me a nice Aperol Spritz or a cappuccino with so much foam my eyes water and something beautiful and juicy and delicious like this. It's like we're in Italy in less than 5 minutes. That's the quickest flight you'll ever take. We seasoned underneath, a little more olive oil on top, a little more lemon. Yeah. See this delicious grease you got from cooking that prosciutto? First of all, you can save it and make an omelet. Second of all, you can just wilt or fry a few of those basil leaves right in there. Keep it away from you because it splatters a little bit, but just turn it away from you. Pinch of salt, lemon, salt, olive oil, crispy prosciutto. Look at these. And doesn't it look stunning? Don't you want to dive in here? You don't have to go to Italy. You can just cook here. And when you fry the basil, first of all, it brings out that aromatic taste. It gives it a little texture. It makes them vibrant, darker green. So good. And then we just drop those all around. This looks so fancy. And how many ingredients? 4 or 5? A little lemon and olive oil. We look amazing right now. It's like a pizza that isn't a pizza. Doesn't it almost look like a pizza? Okay. Once you get that sweet melon and then that salty prosciutto with the basil and the lemon, it's so good. You think this is beautiful? Wait till you see how I serve my last appetizer. Tomato soup in under 5 minutes? No problem. All right, tomato soup. Everything good starts with garlic. When I have a whole head of garlic, I just press down on it a little bit to get some of the cloves detached. Look, if you want to use garlic in a tube and skip this part, go for it. Nobody's gonna judge you. And relax, it's just soup. All right, a little bit of olive oil. As we're getting the pan warm, grate that garlic right over it. Pinch of tomato paste. This is how you get flavor that takes several hours in 5 minutes flat. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste in with the garlic. Now this part, we just want to cook it a little. Now look, again, you could use a can of tomatoes here, right? A can of whole peeled tomatoes. You can use fresh, totally up to you. Now to this, tomato paste and garlic, I'm gonna add like a 1/4 cup of water. We only need to cook this for like 2 minutes. While it's simmering, I'm gonna take some fresh tomatoes. You can use vine ripes, which is what I've got. Just some fresh tomatoes, whichever ones you like best. About 2 pounds worth. Sometimes we add a little bit of something spicy, not to make it spicy, just to elevate everything else. Tiny pinch of sugar. People always say to me, oh, I can't get tomatoes to taste like they did when I was a kid. Yeah, you can. Just add some sugar. All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. I'm gonna maybe start by plugging this in. All right, well, sometimes if you're a real Iron Chef, things don't go away you planned. You gotta make some tomato soup on the floor. Smells like soup to me. All right, tomato paste, grated garlic, olive oil, our pureed tomatoes. All right, you can see as this cooks, it's getting redder and redder. And in like half an hour on this piece of shit stove, it should be in 5 minutes. Pinch of salt, pinch of sugar for grandma. You know what I mean? Start a fight online. Someone doesn't like sugar. I do, you do, we do. Let's put something cool in the bottom here. Because I like soup with a surprise. There's our bowl with our soup. I've got these little mozzarella balls. You could take a whole ball of mozzarella and dice it up. Use cubes of mozzarella. Use slices of mozzarella. Make mozzarella sticks and throw them in the soup instead. I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of cream to this. And then, I don't know about you, but when in doubt, add a little bit of cream, like a 1/4 cup, don't add a lot. I'm gonna add a little basil in there. And I know you're thinking, Alex, does this taste like tomato sauce? Because it kind of looks like, no, it's not. It's not. Did you see any onions? No. This is really soup. Let's add a few more in here. Because you know what happens when you pour hot liquid over herbs? Whew, it's like a nose bath. It's like a shower of freshness. It's so good. It's ring the dinner bell time. Look how cute this looks. Are we cute or what?
Why'd you put the basil in the soup?
I put a little basil in the soup just to give it, to perfume the actual broth. And I don't like just raw herbs. Heating a few of those herbs for a minute or two changes that flavor, and it steeps in the soup. And then we have the raw for that last minute bite. So some raw, some cooked. That's some Iron Chef stuff. I was gonna ladle and be romantic, but that's not what I would do. I would just pour this.
Do it.
Right over it.
Oh, yeah.
Should we try it? Do you think it's as good as it looks? Bet it is. In fact, I know it is. And when you make it, you're gonna be so excited about yourself, you're not gonna know what to do. Should I taste it? We're not gonna get a cheese bowl, I'm sorry, I love you though. Look at that. First bite. Little bite of mozzarella in there, basil, piping hot, tomato, fresh, homemade. We did it, you did it, you're gonna do it after I eat it. You know what I love most about this? The mozzarella didn't melt. I don't have a 5-mile high cheese pull, but it just breaks in your mouth. You have one little one for each bite, right? They just get softened by the tomato, the freshness of the basil. You made this, I didn't. Get in here and make this. So dates, so good and good for date night. Anybody who eats dates knows about this date prosciutto connection. These are pitted, and I'm just cutting a little incision in there. My mom made something like this when I was a kid, but it was nothing like this. So we're gonna make it the way we want, and it's gonna be super easy. Goat cheese. You could use like an herb cheese spread, by the way. You could use blue cheese if you want to get wild. But I'm just using some tangy goat cheese. I'm just putting a little goat cheese, packing it in there, right? And closing the date back up. Repeat. Cut. Get in the building. Get some goat cheese in the building. Spackle it in there. And this is fun. You can get your kids to do this, right? And don't worry about it if you cut them and they open up too much. Oh no! Who cares? Just press it back up. Use that goat cheese like glue. All right, I've got a pan on. Put a little olive oil. This is sort of a recreation of what we call, when I was growing up, devils on horseback, which were bacon wrapped dates broiled in the oven. And this, I'm gonna use a little sheet of prosciutto. Notice how I'm kind of wrapping the prosciutto on. You want a little bit extra, right? I like goat cheese or an herby cheese spread the best, because I like the tanginess of the goat cheese with the sweet date and the salty prosciutto. Just gonna fry them up. You can pre-make all these. Your friends come over, you just fry them up. People are like, oh my God, what's that move? Don't overcrowd the pan. You're gonna be so annoyed. Can you cook these in an air fryer? No, it's not gonna work. Don't do it. Move them around a little bit in the pan. Why? To make sure they're not sticking. If you find a hot spot or it's a little bit dry in one part of the pan, just put another little drizzle of olive oil. You want a little extra oil in there. I'm gonna throw a couple pieces of rosemary in there. So this isn't like cooking the perfect steak to the perfect temperature. You just want to get the prosciutto crispy and the dates kind of warm and gooey. That's all we got here. It's pretty low-hanging fruit, if you know what I mean. So literally, look at that. You just want to make the date and the prosciutto on it crispy. So literally, you can cook these for as little or as long as it takes to get that prosciutto crispy and golden brown. It's just not burned. That's it. All you gotta do here is not burn it. Pretty easy. Only takes a couple minutes. I like the taste of the rosemary with the salty prosciutto and the sweet fruit, the date. I also like that it just perfumes the oil, and I think it kind of perfumes everything here. And then look, I mean, come on. We just look really cool. Having like a little, this is like pretty poetic. I'm gonna give that one another minute. You know what happens is that tangy goat cheese trapped inside the date gets kind of like a little gooey. Goat cheese doesn't really melt. It doesn't want to. It has an attitude problem. But it will get a little warm and kind of goopy. And we like that. And there you have it. Date, goat cheese, and prosciutto appetizers. Salty prosciutto, sweet date, tangy goat cheese, 5 minutes. Sign me up. Make this now. Tell me how it turns out. Send me yours. I'll be watching. All right, so I'm gonna make homemade shrimp cocktail in 5 minutes. And I'm gonna start by getting ready to poach the shrimp. How do we take the vein out of the shrimp, you ask? Now look, you can buy the deveined shrimp, but it's cheaper if you do it yourself, and it's pretty easy. Cut along the outside, right down the middle, dig in there, see it? It's so obvious, you can see it. I've got some hot water on the stove. I'm creating a little jacuzzi to poach my shrimp. The shrimp are raw. I bought them raw. Guess what happens when you buy raw shrimp? Peppercorns. They're cheaper. It's cheaper than buying it. Now look, you can buy the shrimp. You can buy the cocktail sauce. But you can make it yourself cheaply, cheaper, and more deliciouser. 4 bay leaves, tablespoon of black peppercorns. We're getting a nice jacuzzi ready to poach our shrimp. Little red wine vinegar. Left the little tail on, right? Because that's what it is when it's like hooked over the edge of the glass. We like that little tail. while we're at it, we'll make cocktail sauce. A lot of what's in the poaching liquid for the shrimp, guess what? We repeat it in the cocktail sauce. Very important, ketchup. That's where we start. To that, I'm gonna add a dash of Tabasco. If you like it spicier, add more. I'm gonna add just a dash of paprika, and you know what? While we're at it, let's add a little to that. Now, I wish you could smell this because it smells. How can you make a liquid smell and taste like shrimp cocktail? All right, Jesse, give the camera to somebody. Come over here and actually smell this. Come and smell this. Do you not smell? Just so they believe us, Jesse.
Smells like shrimp cocktail.
Does it? You're just lying because you want it.
No,
You're scared. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Come on, Jesse, get back to work. Now, I know you think, I can't cook shrimp like this. I've never done it. You know why? Because the grocery store wants your money and it stops now. Okay? You see the water is not boiling. It's like steaming and almost at a simmer. And what you want to do is just submerge the shrimp in that jacuzzi. You don't cannonball in a hot tub. Nice and easy. And the other thing is this. If you poach the shrimp in a really hot liquid, guess what happens? They tense up. So let's just nice and look how pretty this looks. I've got a cup of ketchup in here. I've got some paprika in there. Creamed horseradish, 2 tablespoons. Splash of red wine vinegar in there for acidity. You notice a lot of the same ingredients that went in here. We're just repeating the flavor in here. And you know what happens when you take one flavor and then you dunk it in the flavor again? It's like an umami bomb. And that's what we're going for here. Pinch of salt. Little whisk. Touch of garlic powder. Touch of garlic powder in there, like a teaspoon. Dash of Worcestershire. And now there's really only one way with cocktail sauce. You gotta taste it. Good. Spicy. I think you're gonna want the acidity and the brightness of the lemon. Definitely add that. I start with half a lemon. So you see these, they're turning pink. They were gray. They will tighten up and coil a little bit more. They shouldn't be translucent at all. Pink, white, not translucent. Literally just take them right out of here. Right out of the jacuzzi they get out. So shrimp cocktail, as you know, it is served cold. You can either let these cool, but in order to serve it in 5 minutes, we're gonna drop them in ice. Right in the ice bath. And into the ice, get them all fresh and cold. You might get a little peppercorn or 2 in there. So we have our cocktail sauce, lemon, red wine vinegar, hot sauce if you like it spicy, Worcestershire, paprika. This is really good. I made it spicy with that hot sauce. Creamy horseradish. 1 minute in the ice bath post jacuzzi, and these shrimp are as good as new. Give them a little dry off, post jacuzzi. This is like jacuzzi cold plunge dinner. All right, so we have our shrimp, we have our cocktail sauce. Now it's time to plate it. And there you have it, shrimp cocktail in under 5 minutes. And it's delicious. Okay. Wow. You should make this. I'm gonna eat all this. I'll see you later. This is a sour cream and onion dip appetizer that I made in 5 minutes, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Last but not least, an appetizer where you eat everything, including the bowl comes in. So we're gonna make a little sour cream and onion dip for the bread bowl. And for the onions, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna use scallions. So I'm literally gonna cook them for like 30 seconds in a little bit of olive oil. Just the lower part, the white part. That's gonna take away that raw onion taste and replace it with delicious scallionness, which we love. So while the white parts are cooking for that 1 minute, I just season them with a little bit of salt. And we're cutting up the top green parts so good. Look at that. Just take that little raw onion edge off these scallions. Let's cook them for 1 minute. And we'll get in here with that. A cup of sour cream. Half a cup of mayonnaise, God's nectar. You see, I'm really actually measuring. Don't come for me in the comments about your low-fat Greek yogurt with cottage cheese whipped up so it's just like mayo. If you want to do that, that's fine, but the neighborhood's they're gonna talk about you. You know what I love with anything oniony is a little onion powder, about a tablespoon. Don't be cute. And to make onions taste better, you need garlic powder. A couple teaspoons. Now you can make this ahead and just let those onions kind of get in there. Okay, the star of the show, in my opinion, the bread bowl. Round, any kind of bread you want, honestly. I like a sourdough. I don't want like honey walnut, raisin, pecan loaf here. Okay, people? Turn it on its side. And just cut that top off. It's about the upper third to quarter. Make a little cut around the edges. Leave a little right on the sides. Just cut around inside. See how I've just cut it out? Cut it out. We're starting to imagine our appetizer. Plate. Bread bowl. So cute. And really good. Like, when your guests are here, we eat the dip and everything. We keep it classy. They leave. We rip apart the bread bowl itself and eat it. All right, we're filling this delicious dip. You could do little individual like dinner rolls, like a little individual, like everybody gets their own. You could do an enormous one. You could do like a pita uncut and just hollow it out shallow and do like a flatbread bowl. Get wild. Whatever bread they have. All right, so we have our onion dip. We have our bread bowl. We could stop here. You could literally just put out some spoons, let people serve themselves a little bit of the dip and eat it. But I like to add some stuff, some flair. Now, it's a bread bowl, so people are gonna be like, I don't wanna eat bread. Solution, put some crunchy fresh vegetables. I've just got some cut up celery and some cut up radishes. And these are way cheaper, by the way, if you just buy them and quarter them up yourself. And then, of course, for me, with the scallion-y, onion-y, with the onion dip, I love some sour cream and onion potato chips. Why not double down? This then becomes a really fun appetizer. Now, we can put the hat right on there. Look at that, so cute. You can leave the hat off to the side to kind of show, or you can just leave it off. Cut it up, put it on the side when you run out. There's your bread bowl. Chips, dip, 5 minutes. Yum. Wow. Now that's a dip. Scalliony, oniony, so good. Wow. Okay. Well, 5 apps, 5 minutes each. Peace.